And go ahead.
Okay, welcome to our Team Empower call. We're excited that you are joining us today. A quick recognition, we have to give a shout out to Ruby, who has been killing it with Team Cup and her Success Club points. Holy moly, good job, Ruby. That is amazing.
Woohoo.
And she got a special note from Carl Deichler, which is amazing. So great job. And announcements, they're keeping the All Access Challenge Pack at $199, and it is now, or it will be after the 28th, only 2 Success Club points, but they have also switched, if you sell a Shakeology HD, that's now 2 Success Club points rather than the 1. Those are all the announcements I can think of. Any others, Lace? Okay. So today as Lacey and I were talking, we've been talking to some of our coaches, and there are a few things that popped up that we are seeing that kind of get looked over outside of the vital behaviors, things that we just assume people know and don't. So we thought we'd just cover a few tips. I have 2, Lacey has 2, and Stacy actually has 2. So I'm going to go ahead and start. The first tip is to make sure you are announcing your groups monthly. So even if you've already hit Success Club or you plan on hitting the Success Club with just your warm market, you want to make sure you are still announcing your groups on your like page and your personal page. Okay, so the reason for that is because if you're not announcing your groups, people don't know that you're running them. Okay, so if you're just posting motivational content and inspiring content, you're basically advertising for another coach, because you're inspiring someone, and then if they're ready to make a change, they're going to go to someone who they know is running groups. But if you're consistently posting that you're running a group, even if it's getting no traction, you guys, most of our posts about announcing challenge groups get no traction unless we boost them. But the importance of this is the consistency. People see that you're running groups every single month. So that goes with, if you're running clean eating groups too, make sure that you're posting those too. So my second tip is to make sure you are personally messaging challengers once per week, as well as clean eating participants when you're running a group. Make sure you're messaging them. Let's not forget, I think sometimes we get wrapped up in, I don't know, reconnecting with people and posting and scheduling our posts and I don't know, new trainings and stuff like that, that we kind of forget about our challengers. And the most important thing we can be doing is really connecting with them one-on-one. So make sure you are sending them a personal message every single week, checking up on them. And with your clean eating participants, the whole point of having a clean eating group is to hopefully get challengers, right, out of them. Okay, so it's important that you establish some sort of one-on-one relationship with them during the clean eating group. So what we do is we message them on Wednesday. Nothing about Beachbody, just checking in, how are you doing, how you feel. They respond back to, then you respond back to what we said. You can make a reference to one of their posts like that. You can mention that you were now their Beachbody coach, because they probably signed up for the free account. And then you can extend an invitation to your group when the group's over. But I think it's important to establish that relationship with them before you even invite them to a challenge group. So those are my 2 points. Lacey?
Yes. Okay. So my 2 things are, we've talked a little bit about this, and it is making sure that you schedule your month or 6 months, and then having that schedule visible. When Allie and I first started, it was totally just kind of like on a whim, like, when should we run a group? When should we have a call? And it was always just kind of random. And then when we finally got smart and started scheduling things, we'd write it down in like a little planner calendar thing, and then it would just like sit on the shelf. And then we'd open it up and be like, oh crap, we were supposed to announce a group last week, or we were supposed to do this 2 days ago. And we just didn't do it. But now I have my calendar up here on the wall. So when I work out in the morning, I can look, see what we're supposed to do. And it's just like that constant reminder, so that you are consistently on top of it, and you're not always trying to like remember when or what is supposed to be happening. My next tip is to the importance of taking your like page people over to your personal page so they can continue to develop that relationship with you. Now, I'll be honest and say it's not something I'm great at doing, but I do see the benefit and the positive effects of it. So something, I was watching the Jesse Regan training, and this is something that they talked about that they did, and I thought it was genius. And really, it's something that people have asked quite a bit about how to do. So I thought that I would show you real quick. So I'm going to share my screen so I can show you. Okay, so what you can do, this is our like page. So what you can do is you can shoot to bring 7 to 10 people over to your page every day, to your personal page. So what you can do is you can go down here to where the people have liked your post. This is one of my posts from today. So go ahead and click on it, and it will show you the people that have liked this particular post. Now, usually the first several likes will be people that you're already friends with, past challengers, friends, yada, yada, yada. So what I would do is I would scroll through here to find somebody that I'm not currently friends with, nor do I have mutual friends with, because I wouldn't want them to be like Allie's friend. And then I will go over their name and make sure that they have an add friend button, because if they don't have an add friend button, you're going to kind of get stuck. So what you'll do, so she does, so I would click on her. I already have, and I'll just, for lack of time, I'll just tell you. I clicked on her just to make sure she wasn't a Beachbody coach and that she's somebody that I'd want to be friends with, okay, that I would naturally be drawn to. And she was. So what I would do is I would click on message. And I would say, hi, Shannon. Thank you so much for following us on Strong Fit Mamas. It is always nice to connect with like-minded people. Oops. Oh. Are you into health and fitness too? And I think that I would probably add something like, I see that you are also a mama. How many kiddos do you have? Okay. And then I would put my name and send. Okay. I would then go back to her and add her as a friend. So friend request sent. And then I would write her name down on my paper so I can keep track of her. If once she accepts my friend request, I will then look in my messages to make sure that that message has been read. If it hasn't been read within like a few days, then it probably went to her other folder. And so I'll just resend that same message so she gets it. So that way you are then bringing people over from your like page to your personal page so you can continue to develop that relationship with them. You've written them down and tracked them. I'm working on getting to know a new software or new program about how to keep track of them and due dates and this, that, and the other. Once I figure that out, I'll let you guys know. But then that also connects to the importance of continuing to post on your personal page more things about you. That on my personal page is where I like to kind of get like more about me, more about my family specifically, more about I don't know, kind of my daily to-dos specifically. A lot of it's already on Strong Fit Mamas. I pretty much put my life there. But on my like page, I feel like I can, or not my like page, my personal page, I feel like people will be able to get to know me better. So like I can use my kids' names because they'll know who my kids are. Or I can, talk about certain things because I've already kind of established that relationship with them. So when the time comes and they see an invite or they see something Beachbody related or they want to make a change, they will naturally want to come and follow and go through you because they've already developed a relationship with you. So those are the two things that I've seen that have been super important over the last couple of years that often fall through the cracks. So Stacy, I'll pass it on over to you. Okay, wait, you're muted.
Are.
There we go.
A couple things that I've done. Allie asked me to pick a couple things that I do, like without really thinking about it, but that are beneficial to my business. So these are a couple of the things. I think it's important, and this is something I just started doing maybe a few months ago, whether it be in groups or on my page, but I think it's important to at least once a week, usually once a week, find someone to give a shout out to. So even if it's like not even fitness related or health business related, it could be a family member who's going through a tough time but staying positive, or someone who's lost bukus of weight, or someone who's inspired somebody else through something. Anything that you can find a positive spin on, who's inspired you and you know has probably inspired other people, just shout it out, because that makes them feel good. It shows other people that you're doing something to remain positive and spreading the love. So I just think it's all around a really good thing to do without trying to like solicit business. And then the other thing I've been trying to do is sharing about my current journey in a way that isn't like obvious to Beachbody, right? So me being excited about a program that I'm doing without mentioning what program it is, or sharing like what my favorite exercise of a workout is without mentioning what the workout is, or talking about a specific trainer without saying who it is specifically. So just kind of putting out hints of something really exciting that I'm doing and I'm involved with without bringing up like Beachbody or having it in a picture anywhere. I want someone to come to me and like, every once in a while I'll put Beachbody on my page. I mean, it's not like a big no-no, but I like it when people like can't guess what I do before they even talk to me. Mm-hmm. And I just think that putting things out there, just like hints to keep them curious, is important.
Totally. I love that. It's like breadcrumbing.
Right.
I love that. Good. All right, Al, any other thoughts?
Well, Kendra, I'm kind of putting you on the spot here, but do you have anything that you feel like any tips or anything that you've found recently that you've liked, or that you do that maybe you do just automatically that you don't think about? Does that make sense? You're muted.
I think the biggest thing for me that I've learned is just continuing to do it.
Consistency.
Yeah. And we preach that in fitness, we preach that in everything. But for me, I didn't hit Success Club for the first 6 months, and I just kept doing it. And then all of a sudden people started coming to me. Mm-hmm. And
you've been doing them too the last few months. You've been doing so awesome the last few months.
Well, yeah, and it's all warm market people that I didn't have to go to or reach out to or message. They all came to me, and for me that's golden of what I want. And I think mm-hmm. that I don't think it was anything specifically that I was doing. It was just me continuing to put myself out there and being comfortable. So
mm-hmm. I think too, like you said, being consistent, because you kind of have to prove yourself on social media, like prove that you're going to be there, 3, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11 months from now, before people trust you with something, especially vulnerable like this. You have to prove to them that you're going to be there. So I think it takes consistency, like you said, with everything, but I love that. That's great advice.
Well, and I love too, like I was talking to Leanne a few days ago, and she mentioned that she was talking to you and that you had told her, for the first 6 months you thought more about quitting than you did actually working the business. And that was like such a relief for her to hear that like she was normal, and that she, the feelings that she was feeling were the same as everybody else. And I think just that you're willing to share that, to share the hard, but to also show your consistency, not show the perfection and consistency, but show the hard and consistency makes such a difference. So mm-hmm. I love that you not only do that, but that you teach it and you share it and you spread it, because we all can feel very alone when we feel bad about thinking about quitting or think about how hard it is, or, whatever it may be. So.
Yeah. Well, and I think for me, I mean, I didn't go into it with the mindset that I thought it would be easy, but you see so many, lip syncs and the leggings, and it's just, that's a totally different ball game. This is asking people to make a lifestyle change, not buy lipstick.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's harder. I mean, and that's okay. So
Totally.
I think that's great advice. This is off topic, but Kendra, tell me again about Summit. You're not coming, but I can't remember why.
No, I have my husband and my son will both be at Scout Camp all week, that same week.
Right. Dang it.
Yeah.
Okay. That sucks.
Yeah.
Did you have a ticket? I can't remember. Did you sign up? Okay. Oh,
no. Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. Pretty much our whole summer is looking loaded with fun.
Yeah, I'm a little like already about our warmer months because we're gonna miss out on. I'll miss out on more camping than I'm used to missing out on, which is kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
Part of me wants to cancel my trip to Florida with my dad, and that sounds terrible, but as it gets closer, I just feel like it would be like forced,
Right.
and financially and time-wise, and so I don't know. I might need to talk to him and hint and see if he's like okay with it.
Yeah.
When are you
you
going?
should just come up here and hang out.
Oh,
When are
good.
you going?
It's supposed to be in June. And I am really looking forward to it because it's not at his house. It's like a resort that I am used to going. I have went there a lot growing up. But this would be the first time that the boys traveled down there with me. So it would be nice if we can make it work, but we'll see.
Yeah.
It's hard having so many things planned, and it's like it makes me stressed. Anyway, it's like just no time to relax.
Yeah, I mean, you plan all these things to have fun, and then they end up like being very stressful. And
Yeah.
what's the fun in this?
Right. Totally. Agreed.
For sure.
And I feel like I should clarify, this is hard, but it's more rewarding because you're making, I don't mean it's hard because it's not worth it. It's different. That sounded wrong. Like I'm not a downer.
I didn't take it that way.
Okay.
It is freaking hard. It is hard because you have to work. Yeah. Like, you have to work for it.
Yeah.
Every single thing you do, you have to work for it.
Yeah.
A lot.
I was listening
more.
Yeah.
Even more. Yes.
I was listening to a podcast today, and he was saying just a phrase that I loved. He said it was his soul's purpose, and I was like, for some reason that just really rang to me because I feel like what we're doing, and not necessarily connected with Beachbody, but just like helping people and inspiring people, and I don't know, just being hopefully a source of good and light and stuff in people's news feeds. Like, I don't know, you feel like you're just, you want to make a difference, it's not just about the paycheck or whatever, but that's why it's so hard is because, like you said, it's so good. Like the good parts are so good. It's not just,
it's not just selling something. What we're doing is impacting families because you're impacting women who are cooking for families and being examples for families. And so, not that I don't love everything else out there. I mean, my newsfeed is blowing up with some awesome stuff, but I keep getting added to groups, and it's just my paycheck keeps going out the window.
Funny.
Yep.
That's funny.
Anyway.
All right. Well, thank you guys. Thank you for always showing up. It means a lot. I know it's late over where you guys are, but Lacey and I, I don't know. We just really appreciate you guys just being here and making us feel like we're a part of a team. It means a lot. So thank you. We know it's late and you have to sacrifice to be here. So we appreciate it. You guys are awesome.
Well, thanks for all your help, you guys.
All right. Well, that's it. Well, good night.
Okay, you guys have a good night.
All
Have a
right.
good meeting.